I don't know if it's like perfection. Well, I agree with you. It's perfect. I wasn't even looking for that. I agree with you for perfection.
Yeah.
Perfection. Precise, precision.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason why I spoke up just now. Is because for the parameters of my discussions, perfection is something that is non-existent in the common understanding. The connotation of the words is because your perfection is subjective, I think. It's not objective, meaning we all can see. It's like you have your own idea of perfection.
Right.
You have your, even if let's say, for example, even if the test is 100%, is perfect.
Yeah.
How you approach getting 100% is going to be different. Your approach to so-called perfection is going to be different, which therefore doesn't make it perfect, because perfection is supposed to be a gold standard, right? So the point is that there is no perfection. I believe perfection is non-existent. In that sense, what I believe true perfection is the ability to adapt.
Right.
Perfection is the ability to adapt. That is perfection.
Right. Well, through change comes pain. Through pain comes growth.
I don't think that's always true. I mean, I think growth can occur without pain.
It can. I'm not saying it can, but it says if need be. If we're faced with these various trials, if need be. Sometimes we have to go through things to see. But it does say if need be.
Yes, but you don't want to justify someone else taking liberty with being the one who applies that pain.
That's true. That's true.
It should come, if that's the case, it should come unassisted by any sentient being's hands.
Right.
It should flow naturally.
Right.
And so that's
Yeah. That's right. But that's a man. Man puts his hand in things he shouldn't all the time. Been doing it since the beginning of time. Procreation. And,
I think that's what we're meant to do. I believe is to cherish God's gift.
Yeah.
God is a 777. God is a great gift giver.
Right.
And I had thought of this simple phrase before, and then I heard it confirmed on the Coast to Coast AM radio show, and then on a song by Jedi Mind Tricks, where God is a 777 is like the chorus, the hook.
Well, the number 7 means complete, right? Doesn't it?
Well,
stands for complete.
I like the number 7 because it's definitely past 5.
Yeah.
But it's not overwhelmingly close to 10.
Okay.
7 is a cool number. And just like the Seinfeld episode where George Costanza considers, naming someone after a number, 7 is it's in the English, it's 7. Even without that the number 7 in any tongue, 7 to me is a cool number. I also like the number 2.
Yeah.
My birthday is on the 2nd, and just the number 2 in general is a good number. For myself, all numbers are good numbers. The number 2, I like the number 2. I like the number 7. I like the number 4. Number 3. The point is, but my favorite numbers are 2 and 7. I think. God is a 777. So that's what we're here to do. I think anything on this earth, man is able to put his hands in, and that's not sacrilegious, as long as the simple laws are adhered to. And most of those laws have to deal with human beings interacting with one another.
Yeah.
Jump up, please.
Yeah.
And so, as far as what we can create, I think we've been given free reign on what we can create.
Right, bro. You gotta say at some point in time, if they're cloning people, Food, maybe, I understand. You know, because people are different, I guess, than animals. You know what I mean? I guess. And
Hopefully.
hopefully, you know what I'm saying? And you clone a person, what is that? What is that?
Okay. I believe that I've met clones before. Okay. I've seen a clone before. Yet, I do believe that we do have the God-given, dare I say, God-given right to, through proper scientific application of our knowledge and experience, to improve ourselves. I believe that cloning a whole person could be kind of wrong. Yet, in vitro fertilization and petri dish births,
Right.
and stuff of this is important and is proper.
Mm-hmm.
We are fools for not utilizing stem cells. I would go so far as to say that the future is going to be primarily concerned, if done properly, with stem cells and solar cells. Stem cells and solar cells. I've often said that the two most powerful forces at work are nature and technology.
Yeah, I agree.
And thank you. And all this is quote me, like straight up. This is late night.
Right.
You know, studying, looking into a candle flame, and understanding. You know, nature and technology. If left unchecked, either of those forces will bring about the ultimate end of existence, experience, I believe.
Yeah.
So it's up to us to manage those forces, to allow we're like the gatekeepers as a species. We're the most vicious, that's why we're on top. Yet we have our minds. And
Do we?
that's yes. And that is why we're here, I believe, is to be the gatekeepers or the managers of those powerful forces. All right. The more humane side of that responsibility is to make sure that we do procreate.
Right. To feel the
and to hopefully, with each passing effort, to allow someone to experience and pay homage to the great gift that God has given us, with a mind more unfettered and more clear than the previous ones, than the one who gave you this gift. You know, responsibility, burden, understanding.
Right.
You know.
But not each one has the same gift, right?
Well, I think when I use the word gift, I'm saying existence. Like,
right.
If I were to have offspring right now of my own, I would do my damnedest to make sure that their minds are left all this shit. That they not go through what I went through as a child, to not realize your potential and your talents, and to love yourself.
To be better.
Not to be better.
Not better like prideful better, but better as a better person.
To be of service the best way that you can.
That's being better, right?
To be and to be of service the best way that you can. You know? And if that ability to realize the best way that you can be of service is denied to you, directly or indirectly, is not good, especially when there is some sort of concerned and concentrated effort by one group to keep another group down for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Okay? And I understand terms of endearment.
Do you still think a lot of racism is going on today?
I think there is a thinly veiled war going on for the ability to allow one's own to achieve that goal that I just spoke on, having an unfettered mind as much as possible.
Right.
And so racism exists. I believe to a certain extent you should have pride in your ancestors. Don't do race, because there's one race, the human race.
Right.
And you have the whole argument with like, well, there are dogs who are different. No. That's because we as a human species bred these dogs from wolves. The prototype itself is pristine, just like human beings is pristine. And everything that we do is pristine. When it's purposely done to try and create whatever attributes, which kind of goes back to your cloning thing, that's when it's wrong. You have members, because the whole race thing to me doesn't make sense, because you have nowadays you have quote unquote Caucasian, from an American perspective,
Yeah.
white boys who act more hood, and then you have black guys who are straight nerds.
Right.
And now racism, yes, I'm not a fan of that. I'm a fan of countrymen, humanity. Let's celebrate our differences and learn from each other.
Yeah.
This is a 12-minute video. Perhaps I should pause it. Here you go, boom.